I'm back, and let's see where we're at. Interesting. Daniel Kim. Johnny Gaff. Sang well. Laura Bailey did that. She sang like a champ. She did her role pretty well, and I'm sure, and so did he. Small role as the scientist, Raymond. Bendro, Hellboy. What's this one, I wonder? Interesting. Now what in Raya were you doing there? This might take a little delay, but I'm sure the price of knowledge can always be acceptable. Alright, kid. God, there you are. I see. The father. Played our part pretty well. And I enjoyed that movie. At least it redeemed the actress who played as Rose. I understand why you're at her, but I defend her, mainly because I'm defending the actress as well, and also I'm leaving them up to fate and to defend themselves. Oh yeah, James Gunn, the horribly beautiful mind of his that created Guardians of the Galaxy. Watch Suicide Squad? Loved the hell out of it. And like they said, his mind is most definitely horribly beautiful. Mark Strong. Saw him. Also saw him in Koala. The crazy doctor from Shazam. Tragic crazy doctor, of course. Sinestro. I see. The makeup artery. A shame that movie didn't continue onward. And now for the Bad Batch. I've watched a lot of it. There were one or two that didn't interest me the most, but once there were a few others that redeemed some of those that were not interesting, the rest were pretty fun and redeemable. And once you work out one, the rest are easy. Not everyone could be its own cup of cake, but at least... Sure. Aliens, watch clips. Watch the Aliens vs. Predator. The game version as well. I enjoyed the game version, actually. Of both types. So there's not really much I can say on that one. Not really much I can say on Suicide, since I already mentioned Mr. Guns. The ranking. Justice League, top first. Man of Steel. I'm not really a fan of Superman, but I'm sure it was a very good, awesome movie. The ultimate edited version of Batman vs Superman would have most likely redeemed that movie. Suicide Squad, and finally Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Yeah, but now we'll stop at nothing to rebuild. But I'm sure you can do that by yourselves and get Amber's head anyway. Antonio Banderas himself, also known as Puss in Boots. Watched this movie in Puss in Boots. Watched him in The Expendables. Uncharted. Yep, this kid's gonna be a problem. Also watch Zorro as well. I can see where they got the inspiration from in the first place. Chris Hemsworth, Thor Odin's son. At least he's going to return in the What Ifs and in the other movie along with Natalie. I'm glad that Thor did well. But that Thor is a reason why they showed it on him. For one reason, depression, which was one way of showing self-harm as well. Ian, the one who played as Palpatine. I don't like the character for a number of reasons. It's not, and don't get me wrong, the actor's perfectly fine. And the character is, I just hate the Emperor for what he did to my favorite. That is the reason why I hate him. And of course, nobody can play him as well as him. But it doesn't mean people can always look up to his inspiration to the day they saw him, to the day they most likely will die with him. Oh. Bruce Greenwood. Yep, watched him. Him from the movies. Him from the Batman series. He was also in Young Justice. One of my personal all-time favorites. I could see why they put him in as one of the best. Ah, and he even got his picture on. Incredible. Both sides. I'll never doubt you again. Overlord. Very surprising. U.S. President, Kingsman the Golden Circle. Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes. Loved his character. Matt Hatter. Loved it as well. Howard Stark, the actor who played as Howard Stark. He played as brilliantly along with Dominic Cooper. He's young. Oh, sorry. I remember that one, even though I didn't get emotional with him, along with his character, along with Tony. It was still enjoyable. Captain America's my favorite. Let's just say I have a little bit of an issue with Iron Man's guts. Although it's not saying much now. But I wished part of me wished it would happen. It didn't happen, I guess. But I'm glad in the end he was the best. Halle Berry. Remember her? Storm. John Wick, remember her as well. Remember her dogs. Cute. Ginger ale. Oof. Ah, robots. Now that's my childhood I remember very well. Ben Affleck. Not really much I can say on the Batman. I'm personally glad that they're continuing him, hopefully. We have found our actors and actresses, the right ones, and we will stop at nothing to defend the ones that matter. Spread the word. We will use the old ways. And when that happens, I will feckin' kill those who stand in my way. And like him, I'll do it as slow and as painful as possible. And of course, I remember him from Daredevil, the live-action original movie. Oh, that one. Hey man, that one's Cork, the guy himself. He was also playing as the droid. He was also in Ratcatcher. Didn't know about that one. Green Lantern, one of his friends. Very nice. But at least I'm happy to see that pile of rocks waving at you. See? Okay, I'm not into rocks, but still. Ah, James Cameron. The one that created the aliens and Terminators from the get-go. It's also the same one who created Avatar and Alita. A shame that the Avatar's taking more and more delay. Let's hope that doesn't take too much longer. I would love to see that. Oh. When I saw Helen's death report about a few months ago back in April, I had no idea. Never kept tabs on her, the one who played as the Malfoy mother. Doctor Who? And... Skyfall. I wonder where I saw you, I wonder. Died from cancer. Oh boy. You definitely deserve better. Better, my friend. Yeah, it does. First one, I can't really say much on the other ones, a Predator. What's if... I understand the reason why they didn't show it, but it did kind of show it in a brief way of the vision of the future in relation to Anakin's future when he became the very most dangerous Darth Lord of all time. Truthfully, I wish it never came to pass. Ah, Mr. Garfield. Now, I was talking about you. Let's see now. I'm sure he did. Not really interested in those Spider-Mans, but at least he did the acting very well. No argument there. Well, I'm not going to spoil too much, but if it's true that about these rumors, I mean, we already saw from the trailer about the return of Doc Ock and the Goblin, along with Electro. If that's the case, what's to say that there might be a few others coming out from the shadows as well? Do not forget, if it wasn't for the first live action, Luke, it would never have been born. Oh, John Noble, never him. Lord Denver. Looney, man. For good reasons, but... he did his role very well in Lord of the Rings. Remember him as Scarecrow. Scary. Unicron. Interesting. Hollis. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that one. Amy Adams. Lois Lane. Yeah, I heard about the actress's death. Most unfortunate. I'm personally glad that she's still continuing her role. Despite her age, she still looks as lovely as usual. I still also remember her from that movie. The Enchanted movie as well. I really hope to see her again sometime. Ugh, not gonna know if I can see her on that one. The Matrix. I'm not really sure I can say on that one. Ah, Janet Hogarth. Now I understand why she's a little more famous. If it wasn't for the Matrix, they would have never made her into that series in the get-go. Okay. Let's just, let's see what the Matrix holds. Ah, remember her. Yeah, I can see what you mean. We should have got a better director. The costumes and the actings were all perfect. It's just, we got muggled in with a few miscalculations. Remember her for Despicable Me, personal favorite of mine. Okay. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But I still like that crazy lady from the Ghostbusters, the female version. I mean, seriously, rock on. Okay, moving on. Ah, Ray Park, the one who basically gave birth to them all from the get-go. If it wasn't for him, Sam would never have gotten the role as well. Let's see what else you have in there other than this. Snake Eyes. Interesting. It was also in his Dark Materials. Remember that one too? Toad. Yep. Remember that one. And I'm glad you met him. I'm so jealous of you, Prime. How do you do these things, little man? Ron Weasley. One of my favorites. At least he's getting the recognition along with it. Oh. Sir Bond himself. Henry Jones Jr. Jones Sr. and Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford and him definitely had a chemistry. I think in some ways he was like a father to Harrison. I remember him from a Untouchable movie as well. If it wasn't for you, you would never have given birth to so many other Bonds actors. So thank you for everything. Here's Pierre. To you, Trevor. Remember him? Spider-Man Universe. Don't want to do spoils. Jack Frost. Didn't know about that one from a while. Oh, with you, I only watched the first one. Never continued on the other Star Treks, but at least I'm sure he did pretty well. Ah, Luke Cage. Remember him from Jessica Jones? His own series. The Defenders. Yeah, I didn't know he was the father, but yeah. I really hope to see that guy soon along with Johnson. Oh, look. It's Kevin McAllister. I haven't seen those two. Well. I still think he looks pretty good to me after all these years. Check his record. Peter Strong. Did John Wick? Remember that one? Magic World. Maybe I'll watch that sometime. It was in Dracula as well. Holy hell, not bad at all. Oh, that one. Sorry about that, but if once I send this message soon, you'll notice that I kind of stolen your picture. There was not much others, and besides, it's a little crude, but at least I did a very good tribute with it anyway. What a bitter irony, too, of Chadwick. Because a few days later, we lost Ed, also known as Carl Fredrickson. Passed away peacefully. Yes, there is. And I hope you did probably watch it, because I'm sure you will love that. Yeah, I remember him in the Marvel's universe. He's always here. Just as much as you, little brother. I'm really gonna miss you, old man. But I'm proud to saw you. Perfect tribute for that movie. her. The one from them, Michelle. The one who played as Michelle Jones, also known as MJ. Okay, maybe there wasn't much use in her from the second one. But no matter. I'm sure they'll keep developing her in time. And I am going to be seeing that movie along with my brother. Greatest show. Greatest show, man. Nearly done here. Happy birthday to the man who basically killed the feckin' boogeyman. And also the one in John Constantine. Day the Earth So Still. Watch that one. Yep. You definitely kaboomed the joint. I can't forget that game as well. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Rings. Watched the movie yesterday. It was quite fun and enjoyable. Not gonna spoil much, but definitely a lot of detailed information. The man who basically helped out in a way for the Batman universe. The second Batman, Michael himself. Yeah, I remember watching him for Vulture. Oh, that one. Jason Hudson. Remember that one too. Walter. Interesting. Maybe I'll watch that sometime. Let me see if I can find that. But I'm glad he's come back. Diana. Also known as Calypso, Eve Moneypenny, and many others. Let's see. Pirates of the Caribbean, remember her? Voodoo Goddess. Eve Moneypenny. Yeah, I did. It's called Life, indeed. And I remember her acting from the Mowgli as well. Interesting that she's going to be in the movie, in the Venom movie. I will hope to see her again at No Time to Die. Oh yes, can't get his name properly right. Watched the Suicide Squad, of course. Loved it. Jaime. Interesting. He was in Call of Duty. Let's see. Oh. Now that's interesting thing of beauty. Knuckles. Oh boy. Yep, let's hope he plays as that character again as Bloodsport. Well, I don't feel bad for him. At least he moved on to other things in relation to that bloody Ghost Rider. Oh, Dobby, my man. Remember him. Armizola. Interesting. Remember that one. Indiana Jones. I haven't seen Indiana Jones in a few years. Last one was a few decades ago. There were a few good actors. Still have Harrison. Also, there was still that other actor as well who played us. Osley. He's dead, I'm afraid. Pity. But good actor anyway. Mr. Freeman. The one who played as Bilbo Baggins on the younger version. Mr. K. Roth. Remember him as well from the Marvel's universe and the Black Panther. World's End. Can't really say I watched some of those, but at least I remember The Hobbit and Black Panther and Luke Skywalker's return from The Mandalorian Chapter 16. If it wasn't for that movie, you might as well be wishing that Star Wars and Disney were burned to the ground. But I'm actually quite glad that it didn't. Now we need to finish off what we started and take down Catherine Kennedy for everything she's done to us. Just another few days to go. Cool things. Remember him, Mr. Brown and Nanny McPhee. Remember that one? Maybe I should watch this Kingsman character. Directors. Oh dear. I didn't know he did the Harry Potter and Home Alone, but I did enjoy the hell out of both of them. I don't remember the Lightning Thief one. But he did do... Let's see. Fantastic Four, both of them. And the Goonies. The Gremlins, yeah, I remember that one. I never do. I never forgotten those days, and I never forgotten reading about that. More like a sad fact on that one. The Twin Towers coming down, the innocents getting killed. At least we got the terrorist, thank God. It looks to me I'm nearly out of time. Luke, if you see the other videos and if there is any slag and problems, just continue onward, because I'll show you this one, but if you see the other ones that you'll be looking into, they will... I just want to talk, that's all. And I wanted to make sure to get some favors. Alright. All rights belong to Lucamus Prime, what I just read on my phone. Also, any opinions, I will also lay down mine in return on some of them. Probably about 5 or 2 parts. Who knows? But it doesn't matter anyway. I'm really exhausting myself out and I'm running out of energy. I gotta go now. Till we meet again. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And like, don't forget about like. Goodbye. For now.